retirecheap.asia. One of the things I love about living in Thailand is the availability of fresh fruit. Now, we're actually at the beginning of the rainy season now, and so this is when we get a lot of our tropical fruits. If it rains too much, it's not a good thing. It's not good for some of the fruit. If it doesn't rain enough, it's not good for the fruit. But at the beginning of the rainy season, a lot of stuff comes out and it's really good, and it's not that expensive. Now, you want to get stuff after it's come out for a week or two. When it first hits the stands, it's expensive, then the price drops after about a week because of the supply and demand. We end up with a lot of supply and the price drops. But let's go see what some of the prices are of some of the fruits that I love to eat here. So when you're buying fruit, you can actually use classifiers. We use classifiers for numbers of anything. So like we're going to use the same thing we talked about for children. Luke is the classifier for apples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apples. 1 Luke, 2, Song Luke. And so you use that for apples. We're buying them by the individual piece, which would be 15 baht a piece. Now, these are called mangosteens. They're really high in anti-inflammatory properties. They're 40 baht a kilo. And we'll talk about how to actually pick ripe ones in just a few minutes. These are rambutan, little fuzzy golf balls. They're 35 baht a kilo right now. And then mangoes, one of my favorites, mangoes. They're 20 baht a kilo. These are actually called champu. I think it sounds like shampoo, but it's champu. And those are 35 baht a kilo. We have grapes, longans, apples again. Now, this is a time of year I love because it's actually lychee season. Wow, one of my favorite fruits. And we'll talk about, again, how to choose good ones and how to eat all these different kinds of fruits. Really great. I love lychee, and they've just come into season here. And we have pineapples as well. And so these are the kind of fruits that we have in the market right now. Let's go test them out, see how good they are, and we'll talk about how to pick them in the market and how to eat them. Okay, so here we are. I got fruit, and I want to talk to you a little bit about how to buy it and eat it. The eating, it's the fun part. And so, first one we've got here is rambutan. These are the fuzzy little golf balls, hairy little golf balls. RJT, one of our members, and our member site talked about these little guys. Now, when you're buying these fuzzy little things, you want to make sure that you get them as red as possible. Eating these fruit, you want to make sure that you try and get, after they come out for about a week or so, the first ones will come out and they'll barely be ripe. And then after a week or two, then they ripen up. And most of the fruit, if you're getting them in the market, it's already ripened on the trees. They don't sit around in big coolers like back home. At large grocery store chains. So anyway, the way to eat these things, now you can do it by hand or with a knife, but you cut around the circumference of it, and like I said, make sure that you get these as red as possible, and then you use your fingernails and pop them open. And I'll do some close-ups of these so you can see them in a minute, but and so what you end up with is the fruit sticking out the top, and then you can just squeeze it out and eat it. Now, for this being coming out just in the first week, they're actually pretty sweet. Not bad. Now, this one, be careful about. I actually ought to cut these up and talk about them first before I eat them, huh? Because I'm going to end up with a mouthful of fruit. They have like a walnut seed inside. So make sure you don't eat the walnut seed or bite into it. It doesn't really taste bitter or anything, but it looks like a walnut, and this is inside. So that will be what's inside that. Again, you can actually take these things and stick them with if you got fingernails at all, and break them open that way. Same way. Break them open and you'll be able to eat them. So those are rambutans. Alright. Mangosteen. Now these are really high in anti-inflammatory properties. Ever since Dr. Oz went on Oprah and talked about these, now we have mangosteen juice. We got all sorts of stuff made from mangosteens because it's so good. Now you cannot pop your finger into these. It doesn't work that way. You actually do need a knife because they're pretty tough skinned. And you want, when you're picking these, you want them to give to pressure but not be too soft. If they're too soft, then they'll be rotten inside. So you want to be, when you're picking these, get some that are fairly soft to pressure. And then again, you cut the circumference with a knife, and you're going to end up with red fingers because these are real dark purple, and they'll sort of bleed off onto your fingers. But inside is this really cool white fruit that some people say resembles a little brain. These are really good too. Now, there's about 5 little pods in here, and each one might have a seed in it. Some of them there'll be maybe 1 seed or 2 seeds for 5 pods, but there'll be little seeds in there, so you need to watch those as you're eating them. Another one we have here, this is called dragon fruit, and there's 2 varieties of dragon fruit. One is white and one is red, and that's the meat on the inside of these things. Now these things grow on things that almost look like cactus plants, and I'll show you one of those plants. You really need a knife to cut into these and just sort of quarter it and then pop out the quarter. This one actually is the white variety, and there's little black seeds running throughout it, and you can eat the seeds. Don't worry about the seeds themselves. And the red variety, instead of it being white meat inside, it's going to be blood red. Now, when I had a restaurant, we used the white variety because if you actually put this in a fruit salad and it was the red variety, the whole fruit salad would turn red. Really good. And that's a dragon fruit. Now, most of these we don't have back. Now, I come from the Gulf Coast of the United States, so we have tropical fruits, a lot of tropical fruits, but most of these we don't have back home. And that's one of the things I like about here a lot. One thing we do have now that we didn't have before, we've actually got avocados. And I don't know if you know, but avocados are actually a fruit. And we have avocados in the north now. And really nice when avocado season comes along. Very nice. Now we also have bananas here. This guy's beat up. He's looking a little wilty. But we have a number of different kinds of bananas. And the kind that you're familiar with is actually, the word for banana is goy, and goy ham is the bananas that we're actually used to eating, the large ones. They have little bananas that are little stubby things, and they're supposed to have a high medicinal value, but they don't taste like these, and I'm not a fan of them. But if you actually want the bananas you're used to eating back home, the name is goy ham, and so those we have here as well. They used to be hard to find. You had the little stubby ones, and these were a little harder, but now it's not a problem finding these here. Another thing that we have here that you're not going to have back home is tamarind, which is seed pods. And you can actually eat what's inside. You can crush this and break it open, and then inside are seeds, and the meat surrounding it is the tamarind that we actually use for cooking. They use it for juices. They use it for all sorts of things. And it's worth trying out and taking a taste of that as well. Now, a couple of my favorites. We just are coming into lychee season. Lychees are really good. Again, when you buy these, you want to make sure they're as red and as big as possible. And they've just come into season now, so they're not that red. You can use your fingernail to pop into it around the circumference, and again, you can open it up, and there'll be the meat inside with a seed. Okay, these are really, really good. And we'll talk about what the names of these are in Thai in a minute. But for now, we have lychee, rambutan, mangosteen, dragon fruit, tamarind, and mangoes. Now we have a lot of mangoes in Thailand, which I'm a real fan of. It's one of my favorite fruits. Now, we have different varieties. Some will look green on the outside, and they'll actually be ripe inside. And Thais like to eat actually green mangoes that are green all the way through, not ripe and not soft. And then they dip them in a mixture that's salt, sugar, and hot pepper. And they dip it and eat them. And you'll find these on fruit carts cut up. And so, now the way you're going to eat this, now this one, the yellow ones are the ones that they use for mangoes and sticky rice, a dessert that they have here. And so they'll cut up the ripe mango, put it with sticky rice, khao niao, and then put some sweetened coconut milk with it. Really good dessert. Now, the way you eat these things is, again, you need a knife, and you cut. Now, there's a flat seed in here. And so you can cut along the flat seed, and you can feel it with the knife as you go through it, and just cut down the mango. And then you can pull it off. And now one of the easiest ways to eat this guy is to actually score it in two different directions. And then actually, as you bend it out, you can pop off these little pieces. And so that's, and this one's actually called, I think it was originally a Vietnamese variety, Nam Dok Mai mango. And those are really, really good. Now, the last fruit is a controversial fruit, I got to tell you. Some people say it tastes like heaven and smells like hell. There's a guy, what was his name, Rick Steves, that travels around, does videos about he'll eat anything. He brags he'll eat anything. Anyway, it's the guy who says he'll eat anything. One thing he said he couldn't stomach was durian. Now, durian does have a smell to it, and it's a real strong smell. So if you store durian in the refrigerator, you need to put it in something because the smell will permeate the plastic in the refrigerator. And so if you stick it in Tupperware, a lot of times the Tupperware will be ruined. You can't get the smell out. But we're coming into durian season. If we get too much rain, it's not good for durian. When you pick durian, it's already going to be cut. Now, how they get this stuff out, it's a real big spiny fruit, green spiny thing. And it looks similar to jackfruit. So sometimes you get confused between the two different fruits. Jackfruit is like a yellow flower almost that they pull out of the inside that's got a seed in it, and they pop the seed out and you eat like this yellow flower thing, but it's sort of rubbery and it's sweet and yellow. But durian looks the same. What they do is they cut into the spiny fruit, and in each one of the pockets, one of these things will reside. Now, as you pick it, when you go to buy it, you want to be able to press on it, but be careful. People will get pissed off at you if you press too hard. So just touch it real lightly, and it should give to pressure your finger. If it's too hard, it's not good. If it's too mushy, it's not going to be good either. And the inside is going to be like a custard consistency with a seed in it. And again, it's an acquired taste. Some people love it, some people can't eat it. Thais think it's high in cholesterol, so go figure. So anyway, these are the fruits of Thailand. So instead of me eating all these things and telling you what they taste like, we got a member from our membership site that's over here, just getting his sea legs, just landed a day or so ago. And I'm real proud of him because he's actually driving a motorcycle here, and some people say, oh, I'd never be able to do that. And he jumped on the thing and is doing great. So I'm real proud of him in that regards, but I want to get him over and have him taste some of these things and get the opinion of, come on over, Jeff, the opinion of somebody who's never having tasted some of these. Here, have a seat, see if we can get you in the... So here we go. So let's go ahead and taste a couple of these things. First one is going to be the rambutan, and we're trying to beat the rain here as well. So if you see a scatter or start getting drops on us, you'll know that's what it is. So this is rambutan. Like I said, there's seed inside.
Very good.
You like that?
Very good.
It's good. A lot of these are snack foods. People buy them and bring them to work, bring them around their friends and pass them around because it's a real easy, nice little present to give people fruit. and easy to eat.
Yeah, very refreshing.
You like that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you actually knew about these things because you said, oh, they're the ones that look like little brains.
Yep.
These are mangosteen. Have you ever eaten one?
I haven't tried one.
You haven't tried one? Oh, cool. Go ahead and try that guy. Like I said, yeah, go ahead and pull that guy out of there.
That's different.
Yeah, and there's going to be little seeds in each one. Is it sweet?
Very sweet.
It is sweet. Good. Well, I picked some good ones. With the help of the girl in the store, remember? Telling me, yeah, I got that one. Don't get that one.
It's delicious as well.
A little bit sour, a little bit sweet, right?
Yep.
Like I said, these are real high in anti-inflammatory property.
I'm really trying to find something to compare these two, but it's really hard because there's not really taste that we
if you can come up with a comparison for people watching, these are really good. They're harder to eat. You can't just like bring a bag somewhere. You got to actually have a knife and stuff.
Yeah.
You got to have some place to spit out all the seeds. But that's good, isn't it?
Delicious. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Soft.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me get rid of the seeds. Go plant them over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you tried dragon fruit before?
No. Nope.
Oh, cool. Okay. Go ahead and grab that piece off of there. Don't worry about the little black seeds. These sort of just munch them up. Oh, this one's not sweet. Yeah. These actually they're not real sweet fruit, but they're a lot sweeter than this. So this isn't a good example of what a dragon fruit tastes like. That's a little unripe taste. But when they're ripe, they're actually pretty good. Okay? Now, one of my favorites here. Grab that lychee there. These things I love. Now, during lychee season, in Chiang Mai, they'll set up around the moat any kind of fruit that's special, like a real special kind of fruit. They'll sell like hybrids of these things that are 3 times this big, blood red. This was about 35 or 40 baht a kilo. Those will sell for about 100 baht a kilo. They're like prime ones, you know. And you can only get one in your mouth at a time, and they're explosive with flavor. And what do you think of that?
Delicious. It's really good.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites. You can tell it was one of my favorites because I bought this for the video. And if you look at this side of the thing, it's got filled with fruit. You look at this side, and it's bare. It didn't even make it to the video. Now, what do they call this? The moment of truth?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, he's going to be brave enough to taste this. Now, I'm going to taste it first because I want to know what he's actually biting into here, whether or not it's ripe or not. So, oh yeah, good durian. This is what we consider a good durian. All right. Go ahead and grab it. Sawadee Cup.
You like durian?
Sure. อร่อยมาก ชอบไหม Very good ฝรั่งไม่ชอบเพราะว่าเหม็นนะ เอาไหม You want some? Are you sure? Here, come here for just a second. มานี่ คนไทยเหรอ
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Come back here because I have a video. I want to ask you something. Yeah, come here for just a second. People say I don't pronounce Thai so good. ผมพูดภาษาไทยไม่เก่งนะ อันนี้
Speak English just a little bit.
ไม่เป็นไร
Yep.
อันนี้ this one we call in English lychee.
Yeah.
ภาษาไทย lychee เรียกว่าอะไร
Linji.
Lychee.
Yeah.
Lychee.
It's sound is like same lychee.
Yeah,
Linji.
very close to the word in English.
Linji.
Linji.
Yeah.
Okay. And the rambutan, ภาษาไทย rambutan เรียกว่าอะไร
Ngok.
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 Now this is very difficult because of the NG sound. The NG we don't have. It's the closest we can come to it is the NG in song, S-O-N-G, song. It's a nasal sound. I'm actually going to move the camera up so we can see him because we're cutting him off just a little bit. Okay, let's get this thing up just a hair. Okay. Okay, so this one, no.
เงาะ
No. Okay, no. And this one's mangosteen. Mangosteen. ภาษาไทย mangosteen เรียกว่าอะไร
มังคุด
Manku.
ย่า
Okay, เก่งไหม
ย่า good
Mangkut. Mangkut.
Yeah.
Mangkut.
Uh-huh.
Okay, very good. And this is dragon fruit in English. Dragon fruit. ภาษาไทยเรียกว่าอะไร
แก้วมังกร
แก้วมังกร
ย่า
อะไรพูดใหม่
อะไรแต่แก้วมังกร
แก้วมังกร
ย่า
ชอบไหมอันนี้ไม่สุกอันนี้ไม่อร่อยไม่สุก
I like
You like everything? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
My favorite.
Now, yeah?
Yeah.
And now mango.
Yeah.
ภาษาไทย mango เรียกว่า
มะ
อะไร
ม่วง
มะม่วง
จ้ะ
มะม่วง
น้ำดอกไม้
น้ำดอกไม้โอ้
Yeah.
อร่อยมาก
Yeah.
ชอบไหม
Yeah. Yeah.
โอ้อันนี้อร่อยมาก
famous is export to Japan maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Very good, very good. And durian is almost the same in Thai language. Durian ภาษาไทย durian เรียกว่าอะไร
ทุเรียน
ทุเรียน
Yeah.
อะไรนะ
ทุเรียน
ทุเรียน
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Here, have some.
Thank.
Go ahead. เอาไหม
No.
No.
I'm full.
Im Lao Long. Okay, he's full. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for helping me.
ขอบคุณครับ
Yeah. Okay. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Kun Churai, what's your name?
รัก
Rat. I need JC, Jeff.
ย่า
Yindi Tira
สวัสดีครับ
Rujaka.
สวัสดีครับ
Thank you.
Have a nice trip.
Thank you. All right. Now I want you to taste this Nam Dok Mai mango. Go ahead, take a spoon and just carve out a little bit of that.
Perfect. That's perfectly ripe. Delicious, sweet.
Is that good or what?
That's beautiful.
This is like this Nam Dok Mai mango is one of the best.
That's the best mango I could have had. Oh, it's delicious.
Go ahead, help yourself. I'm going to readjust the camera so we can get the table view again.
Sounds good.
Big production crew I have here, right?
Right.
Okay. So nice mango, huh?
Excellent.
So far, which one have you liked the most?
I would say the mango followed by the lychee.
Yeah, that's probably my two favorites as well. They're really sweet and flavorful and lots of juice. Now, the moment of truth. Back to this one. Now, I tasted this one, and this actually is a really good durian as far as durian goes. Now, is there a smell to it?
Yes.
Yes. As soon as he sat down at the table, or I was actually unpacking this stuff, he could smell it. What do you? Here, grab that piece there. What do you think it smells like?
It's really hard to say. It's just it's not even as bad as I thought at this point. You know. It's,
Oh, really? You're
like it. I don't know.
Yeah, you're acclimating yourself.
getting used to it.
Now there's a seed in here.
Okay.
You can see. And I'm getting my fingers all messy doing this. Don't worry about it. You can bite around it. I just want to show that. And there's a seed inside each one of these little pods. Go ahead and take a bite. Well, he's not spitting it out, so far I'm impressed.
Custard is a good word to use because that's
The consistency is custardy, right?
it doesn't taste bad at all.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Just,
To me, I actually like the taste.
It's sweet. There's some sweet taste in there. I really like
It's
that.
like a sweet custard.
Yeah.
It's not lemony. It's not tart like lemon. I don't know how to describe the flavor. But I'm really impressed that you're actually eating it.
I like it. I might not
It might not
buy
be
that much, but I would eat it.
It's actually sort of rich, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And some people just can't do it. It's just not something that's appealing to them. But I
Messy
actually
anyway.
Yeah, it's messy. Yeah, my hands are all messed up. But yeah, now you're broken.
good.
You're actually got your Thai sea legs now, having tasted durian.
Doesn't taste like it smells.
That's right. That's what they actually say. It smells like hell and tastes like heaven. I actually like it. The smell doesn't bother me that much. Actually, it's a way to know there's durian in the neighborhood. You know. Now you can't bring this into any kind of hotel. There's actually signs in hotels in Thailand that says no durian. They don't want you bringing it into the hotel rooms. So there you go, Thai fruits. One of the reasons I live here, I mean, this is just phenomenal. You know, the nutritional value. You don't get any of these really on carts. Most of this fruit you need to buy in a market, and you'll get a bag full of it, and you can eat it. You might need a knife to cut it up and serve some of it, but yeah, there you go. So we'll actually get an interview with you after you're here for a while, and but the members, I'll get the chance to meet you ahead of time. And I really appreciate your help, and the Thai guy. Now you see how congenial Thai people are.
Absolutely. Yep.
You know, that was an example of what most people are like over here. Now there's aberrations to everything, you know, but he was just very. In fact, he started the conversation seeing the durian. It's sort of funny that a foreigner was eating durian, because most of them don't like it. But anyway, thanks again. I would shake your hand, but you know, it's filled with durian. But thanks for helping me out and tasting these and giving your opinion to all the viewers. And remember, when it comes to eating good food and nutritious food in Thailand, what is it? There's always
an option.
An option. That's right. Well, thanks again, Jeff.
Thank you.
JC out.